Let's get right into the drama that unfolded at Wimbledon, where a controversial rule left fans and players fuming and a high-stakes match hanging in the balance. On Monday night, Taylor Fritz, the top-ranked American and number 5 seed, was in the middle of an electrifying first-round battle against France's Giovanni Mpetshi Perricard. The match had already delivered nearly 3 hours of edge-of-your-seat tennis. Fritz, who had just come off back-to-back titles at the Boss Open and Eastbourne, found himself in a tough spot early on, dropping the first 2 sets to the big-serving Frenchman. The scores, 6-7, 6-7. But Fritz wasn't ready to bow out. He clawed his way back, taking the third set 6-4 and then mounting an incredible comeback in the fourth set tiebreaker, rallying from 1-5 down to win at 8-6. The crowd was electric, and Fritz's fist-pumping celebration showed just how much momentum had shifted his way. But just as the decider was about to begin, chaos erupted. With 42 minutes still left before Wimbledon's strict 11 p.m. curfew, officials stepped in and announced the match would be suspended until the next day. The chair umpire delivered the news to a chorus of boos from the crowd, who had invested nearly 3 hours and were desperate to see a conclusion. Fritz was visibly frustrated, arguing with officials and expressing his eagerness to continue. He later took to social media, pointing out that he was ready to play, but his opponent, Mpetshi Perricard, opted not to continue. This isn't the first time Wimbledon's curfew has sparked controversy. The rule, introduced in 2009 after the installation of the center court roof and floodlights, is meant to balance the needs of the tournament with the rights of local residents living near the All England club. Organizers say it's about being considerate of the neighborhood and ensuring everyone gets home safely, but fans and players argue that it disrupts the flow of matches and leaves both athletes and spectators shortchanged. Unlike the other Grand Slam tournaments, which allow night sessions to run well past midnight, Wimbledon's 11 p.m. cutoff is strictly enforced. In this case, the officials decided to halt play 42 minutes early, citing concerns that the fifth set could run longer than the time remaining. For context, the previous 4 sets had lasted between 33 and 48 minutes each, so it was a borderline call, but one that left Fritz and the fans feeling robbed of a proper finish. Social media exploded with criticism. Fans called the rule absurd, pointing out that with a roof and floodlights, there was no technical reason to stop the match. Commentators and former players echoed the sentiment, arguing that the tradition is outdated and needs to be re-examined for the modern era. Even Novak Djokovic has previously voiced frustration with late-night scheduling and the curfew, suggesting that earlier start times could help avoid these situations. The drama didn't end with the suspension. When play resumed the next day, the atmosphere was charged. Fritz, who had all the momentum the night before, now had to reset and refocus. The crowd, eager to see resolution, erupted as the players returned to the court. This abrupt pause and restart can have a huge impact on the outcome, as players lose rhythm and adrenaline built up over hours of play. Meanwhile, the debate over Wimbledon's curfew rages on. Supporters argue it's necessary for the local community and logistical reasons, while critics see it as an outdated tradition that undermines the spirit of competition. With high-profile incidents like this one drawing global attention, pressure is mounting on the All England club to reconsider how matches are scheduled and whether the curfew still makes sense in today's game. For Taylor Fritz, the controversy is just another chapter in his Wimbledon journey. He's made deep runs before, reaching the quarterfinals in 2022 and 2024, and he's determined to keep his hopes alive this year despite the disruption. As for the fans, they're left hoping that the next time a match reaches a fever pitch, it won't be tradition that stands in the way of a thrilling finish. That's the latest from Wimbledon's curfew controversy, a story that's sure to keep the tennis world talking.